Cash flow is the glue that holds everything together. Hello, Linda Ballas here. Whether your income only comes from being a wage earner or it's the result of investments or a combination of the two, the things that make any of these sustainable in the long term is that the amount of money coming in is greater than the amount of money going out. When you have an income solely from a job, there's always the problem that you are an employee and therefore subject to the decisions of the person running the company you work for, whether they are the same decisions you would make or not. Also, because employees generally work from the mindset that there will always be more money with the next paycheck, it's very easy to use up everything you earn without necessarily planning too far into the future. An alternative to being an employee is to own your own business, where you can make your own decisions about how the business is run. If you decide to do this, in some ways you'll have more freedom, but in many cases you'll work a lot harder. The key component here is that managing your own cash flow is even more critical, as not only your personal income is dependent on this ability, but the income of the company will be dependent on it as well. If you decide to plan for your future and invest in property, the ongoing cash flow can be a constant battle. Indeed, having regular cash flow in property can be the difference between having a successful property business and one where you have to sell your property at a loss to pay the mounting cash flow deficit. If you decide to plan for your future and invest in the share market, this can provide cash flow for you if you invest in companies that pay dividends. However, as we've seen over time, the stock market's not necessarily a guarantee that a company that performed well yesterday and paid regular dividends will continue to do so today and tomorrow. Since the global financial crisis, and indeed at times in the past and most probably in the future, people have felt ongoing uncertainty about their incomes, interest rates and their ongoing cash flow. Indeed, having the ability to manage your cash flow is a critical component in your financial success, no matter what level you decide to play at. One of the first steps you need to take when managing your cash flow is to understand completely what income you have coming in each week or month and what expenses you have going out. It's also important to understand what the necessities are and what's optional. Although many people look at that statement and think, budgets, I don't want to have anything to do with them. The only way that you can get control of any situation is by having control. And the only way to have control is to know where you are now. When you're working out where you are now, make sure you separate what are fixed essential expenses like loan payments, insurance and registration payments. Then work out your variable essential payments like food, petrol, school fees, medical expenses, etc. Lastly, work out your discretionary expenses like takeaway food, clothes, entertainment, etc. Then you can adjust to make sure you don't use up all your cash flow. When you understand what your cash flow is and you decide you need more income, one of the fastest and most effective ways to do this is to get involved in the direct selling industry. This industry allows you to start with a minimal investment and work towards creating a regular cash flow for yourself. Or you can start with a larger initial investment and create residual cash flow sooner rather than later. You can do this alongside what you're currently doing, or you can make it a full-time business. The choice is yours. One of the most important things to consider in any direct selling business is who your sponsors are and how much support they're going to give you. Many people in the industry just try to sign people up without really considering what the needs are of the people they're talking to. A good sponsor will consider what you need out of the business and will adapt and offer the support that you require rather than just give you what they want to give. The most important thing to remember is that no matter how much you earn, or how many expenses you have, the ability to manage your cash flow is what will make your life smoother. For help on managing your own cash flow, please do not hesitate to contact us at the links below this video. One possible option to help increase your cash flow, go to the link below. We'll send you some information on one of the cash flow opportunities that we work with.